everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, Twitter X was blowing up on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, with the news, with the revelations that Prince Harry had been corresponding intimately on Facebook with a member of the British press, Charlotte Griffiths, after he claimed in court, lied, and said, oh, they only met once. You know, he didn't know her. Yeah, and he was XXXing, he was saying, moi, he was being very flirty, very flirtatious. Now, this was before he met Meghan, but still it shows that he had a very strong relationship with some of these journalists, and you know, this flies in the face of Harry claiming that he has no idea how all these stories about him came out at the time. Because remember, this is when he was dating Chelsea, or right before, or whatever, after, I don't know, 2011, 2012, around there. But whatever, Harry was very chatty with the press. And it's all been exposed now. So he's being compared to Meghan Markle as being a liar in court. Now, there's another lie. I mean, Harry is as bad a liar as Meghan. And I just want to refresh your memory here from the little speech he just gave, where he mentioned that he was taking on big tech, and him and Meghan and the children were sacrificing their safety for you, the people, because, you know, he's slaying those dragons. So I just want to play this short clip. It's only a few seconds. Here we go.
The breaches of privacy have morphed into commercial tactics across industries, notably the tech industry, with innovations like social media platforms and advances in artificial intelligence. As you can perhaps tell, I have nothing to gain from taking on powerful institutions. In many ways, it comes at a personal and reputational cost for me, my wife, and our children. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Because this is...
It comes at a personal cost, but it's worth it, right? Well, I just came across this tweet from one of his Sussex Squad members. I looked up the Sussex Squad after reading about them in the Daily Mail. And I posted a video with all the tweets and the article on my Daily Empress 5 channel. If you're not on Twitter and you want to see what was going on, some of the massive numbers of posts going on, a lot of intel. But this one I found very interesting. So this one is about his Travelist and how Harry is, his company Travelist is he's working intimately with Google. Google is designing the platform for it, in a nutshell. So Mr. I'm going against these institutions of big tech. As I said in the video about going over his speech, he's with big tech. They're on the same side. So much so, Travelist, his travel company, or his carbon credit company that he wants to charge people carbon credits for when they plan on getting you on the digital online CBDC system like in China. So here is the Google employee describing it.
Hello, I'm Dennis from Google, and I work on the travel impact model as Global Partnerships Development Lead. Working with the coalition really allowed us to engage with a lot of partners into partnerships.
So he goes on and how it's sustainable. You know, it's all 2030, Agenda 2030 catchphrases for the World Economic Forum. And it is, and he says at the beginning and the end, it's for Travelist. He's working for Harry's company, Travelist. Yeah, so it's all about the data. So Harry's sitting there talking about how the data that they're taking from you, big tech, that Harry wants to protect you from and fight for you for, him and putting him and Meghan and his children at risk, fighting big tech for protect your data, your children's data. Meanwhile, Harry's one of the big tech people taking your data if you use Travelist, and I suspect if you use his other app, the mental health one or the coaching one, called Better Up, right? Harry's collecting your data. So it's not Harry's acting like, oh, big tech's taking your data. No, Harry's taking your data. Harry's one of them, right? So, and this just proved it. And I got this, the Sussex Squad are bragging about this. The Sussex Squad are retweeting this, like, oh, look, Look what's going on. Harry and Google, they're bragging about it. They don't even realize they're exposing Harry as a liar and as a globalist big tech member, and showing that this is why, like TRG was saying, Facebook and Google want this digital ID. They want people to have to sign in with their real ID to get on the internet from your platform, from your computer. So this exposes it again. And these are the types of things. And of course, again, Travelist is a World Economic Forum app for carbon credits. The credits are your money that they're trying to get rid of your currency to put you on CBDC credits. And so basically it's your money that Harry wants to steal if you dare to travel outside of your 15-minute city. So there you have it. I mean, again, showing the New World Order globalist agenda and how these satanic, evil globalists like Harry and Meghan just lie to the people again and again. They lie about everything. Everything is a lie. And on top of that, they have this terrorist group of Sussex Squad attacking and lying about them again, lying about what's really going on. So for someone on the outside, it's very difficult to get to the truth because of all of this noise that Harry and Meghan put out, them and their Sussex Squad. The Sussex Squad is really angry that they've been outed for being a part of Meghan's weekend away, the retreat weekend. Meghan invited her Sussex Squad, again showing Harry and Meghan working directly with the Sussex Squad. They actually have 3 Sussex Squad members who are attending. One claims to have paid, and another one, she was able to bring a free guest. So, none of them are really paying because these people are paid by them. And this is one of the, it's like, I'm not going to play it. It's like 3 minutes long, but this particular Sussex Squad is just as bad. She's like a version of Meghan Markle, completely crazy, narcissist, and nasty AF. Actually, on second thought, I'll play a little bit of it so you get a taste of what these Sussex Squatters are like.
Hilton never had cancer. Prince William is an unhinged lunatic and very violent. The British royal family is garbage. What's next, Daily Mail? What's next? Because you all have been doing this weird thing with us for years. The threatening, the NRDMs, the crying, the whining. Hilton never had cancer. Hilton never had cancer. Prince William is an unhinged lunatic and very violent. The British royal family is garbage. What's next, Daily Mail? What's next? Because you all have been doing this weird thing with us for years. The threatening, the NRDMs, the crying, the whining, the Sussex Squad. The Sussex Squad. And y'all too ugly to be in our faces anyway, so I really don't know. This is not the best transactional relationship. But this is the reality of it. Number one, if this Australian trip doesn't break them, then trust me, there's other things that will break them that Harry and Meghan are doing. Mind you, this is all a private citizen level trip, handling their business, a lot of closed door meetings. This isn't 2018. This isn't a royal tour. This is 2 people that you helped push out of England, and they are out here living their best lives. And you're somehow mad that Meghan and Harry and Archie and Lilibet and Doria have supporters, because that's not what you wanted. You spent billions of dollars in trying to get this hate campaign going, and all you got to show for it is a sick princess, not with cancer, something's wrong with the bitch, a sick king, and a bunch of malcontents who are just sitting there twiddling their fucking thumbs waiting for the next engagement. We can't relate to that. We can't. You sit on our lives, listen to our personal business at times, which we're nothing compared to derangers. Not them bitches over there with sepsis and fucking other people's husbands. That ain't never going to be us. But you found a way to try to poke at us, not realizing you made us who we are. Bitch, we're not snakes, we're owls. We have a 100% kill rate over here. I don't want to put too much gold on that. So what's next for you? Because y'all done everything. You want to knock on my door? I want you to. I got my husband something really cool for Christmas, and I want him to try it, and you will be the perfect test subject for that. So please come knock on my door. Don't leave me waiting. Come into my house. Y'all know that song by Queen Latifah. Anyway, I am so bored with the British media. Like, fuck off. Leave us alone, or don't leave us alone. Stick around and really listen to us, because you will be surprised at how you're the ones wasting your precious time trying to get the world to hate Harry and Meghan. And by the way, if you're going to get mad at us about conspiracy theories, then go take your ass over to the morons of Reddit who think that Lilibet and Archie aren't real, that they're not human. And said that if they are human, they have every right to see them. Grown-ass people asking to touch little children. You are in the wrong area trying to figure out what's going on. And you're mad that Sussex Squad members are going to be at the retreat. Not infiltrate, because infiltrate means that they broke in and they got in there. No. You're just mad because you can't get in there. That's what you're mad about. And you're not over there talking to the derangers who are lying and saying that they got a ticket. How are you over there trying to get into a room with someone you claim you don't like? I got questions too. Come on now. We're just matching energy over here. And you're mad that we do it better than you can. Anyway. Daily Mail, go suck a dick. Okay? Bye.
Yeah, so there you have it. I would imagine that's exactly what Meghan would say on a video to Daily Mail. These derangers, I gotta call them the derangers. They really are the delusionals. The delusionals over here. They hate the British media. It's like, why? Why do you hate them so much? They haven't affected you until you affected them and got their journalists fired, mass reporting them and getting them fired over the years, dragging them, harassing them as journalists on social media. The journalists were attacked by them, and that they have this irrational hatred when the journalists weren't talking about them, but now the journalists have started reporting on them, and they are mad. They are so mad. So I put it on my Daily Empress 5. I put it in that video. You can see the article. It's on Daily Mail as well, where they outed 3 of the Sussex Squad members who are going to be at the Australian retreat. But what they're really angry about and avoiding talking about, not mentioning, is that Prince Harry was caught lying in court, to the judge, just like Meghan did, and said that he didn't know any journalists and he didn't know this Charlotte Griffiths. But then Charlotte Griffiths produced the emails, the messages, and boom, Harry was exposed as a liar, like Meghan Markle and their Sussex Squad, I would add. All a bunch of pathological liars, in my opinion, but just my opinion I'm allowed to have with my First Amendment rights. So yeah, so very interesting day. Twitter blowing up for sure with so much going on. So many lies being exposed from the 2 grifters. So how badly is the liar, Prince Harry, or should I call him Mr. Mischief? How badly is he taking this news in the front cover of the Telegraph, front page here, all about him and Charlotte Griffiths? There she is. Apparently they're the same age and they ran in the same circles, and Harry really liked her and was texting her. Stream of Facebook messages joking about drinking her under the table and, quote, movie snuggles. Oh, Prince Harry snuggled with her, and she signed off messages to him with smooches, CG, or Charlotte Griffith string, XXX. The messages were disclosed to the High Court as part of Harry's privacy claim against A&L newspapers of Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. They suggest that they were on more intimate terms than Harry had indicated. Harry has claimed that they only met once, but according to their text, they went out multiple times. Ms. Griffiths is now editor at large. She told the High Court last month that she socialized in the same circles as younger royals, and Harry friended her on Facebook in 2011. They went to all-night parties together and texted each other. Harry sent the first message on December 4th, 2011, saying, "It's H, in case you were confused by my name and picture." Ms. Griffiths, who at the time was deputy diary editor, replied, "Hello, Mr. Mischief. Did you get home okay? Did you actually find your car? And did you beat Arthur down the motorway, more importantly?" Yeah, so just, it's flirtatious back and forth, talking about partying and everything else. Harry, but another serious accusation here is regarding his sentabale, which we all know Harry has been caught being abusive, misogynistic, and racist towards Dr. Sophie Chanduka. Apparently at this time he was raising money, and he said, "Oh, I have to make polite conversation with strange people at dinner, begging for money for a charity. Really fun knots." So Harry's been outed as being very romantically inclined, snuggling with a Miss Charlotte Griffiths. Back before Meghan came around and made him paranoid and vengeful and irate and full of rage against the British media. And now we've got a Sussex squad who are also they're like possessed. I mean, that's the only way you can, the rage that they have against the British media, which they're paid to have, because otherwise the British media had nothing to do with them. But now they've, of course, put themselves attacking the British media over the years. Now they are in the crosshairs a bit and getting reported on, and they're irate about it. And, of course, playing victim, which is exactly what Meghan does. But you see that video, is the same exact attitude, very like demonically possessed, in my opinion. And this goes with the whole group of them, Harry, Meghan, and all of them. I think they're, God, you're gonna need to do an exorcism at that retreat in Australia, on before and after, probably, with this group and the negative energies. I mean, there's going to be some major black magic going on down there, some major spell work and whatnot. I can only imagine with this group together of witches, So, look out for that. So, but anyways, I'll focus back on the liar here, Mr. Fighting Big Tech, as I'm working with them and collecting your data with them. How is he feeling about being outed about lying to the court, just like Meghan? How's he taking this news and being exposed as a liar, just like his wife? Let's just throw some cards. I don't feel like doing a full-on reading. I mean, these demons, they just love to lie and they love to be evil. I mean, that's what globalists, satanic globalists are all about. It's interesting because they are Antifa, because that's who George Soros uses with BLM when he was pushing that. They're all Antifa. They're all the same people. So these are like George Soros trolls that moved over, and now they call themselves Sussex Squad. So I find it's all the same demonic, satanic group with Soros. I mean, these people are literally Satanists. I mean, you can tell by listening to them. They're very disturbing to listen to. So I understand why people don't want to. I don't normally either. I just, because of the Daily Mail article, I decided to check out what was going on. And, I mean, who could listen to that all day? I mean, my God. Wow, so evil. Yeah, they're humanitarians, though, Anyways, just like Bill Gates. But, how's Harry taking it being exposed as a liar from Charlotte Griffiths? Ooh, Page of Cups. Yeah, very depressed. He was drinking and no doubt getting drunk again. That's what he does. Taking his ayahuasca, probably. So Harry's very unhappy and paranoid. Oh, 10 of Cups reversed. Blaming the royal family, I'm sure. I think he's going to blame him and Meghan. I'm going to say it's William and Catherine did it. And I'm sure the Sussex Squad will pass the same lies around, playing the victim of Harry's going to be claiming it's a stitch up. King Charles and William did this to me. So very, very unhappy. It's over. He knows he's lost. Six of Wands reversed. Yeah, he's not going to be able to parade out. He's not going to be able to claim a win and then walk out of the courtroom and like last time and demand that the Met Police arrest Piers Morgan. And he'd probably demand that they arrest Charlotte Griffiths if he could. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, he's going to end up paying here for sure. Temperance. Oh, yes, very emotional here. Having to work with them now, having to pay them. But he's going to be very quiet about it. This is like calm, quiet here. He's not going to have anything to say. Him and Meghan just blank out. They blank. When they get bad news, they're exposed for lying. They say nothing. They disappear. Say nothing. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, their plans. His plans here for coming out and demanding millions and using this to pretend he's a hero. Not going to work out. Six of Wands upright would be the hero, fights for you against big tech, and he's going to be exposed from this. The same with the British media. He's claiming to be a hero, fighting for everyone, claiming that he's slaying that dragon, but he's going to end up with his tail between his legs and paying millions in their court fees, it looks like. Yeah, so we have the final decision, I guess, hasn't come out yet, and people are saying, oh man, this cannot go in his favor. If this goes in his favor in the end, then it's corruption there, and so we'll see what happens. But either way, he's been exposed as a liar, regardless. So at least you have that much. I mean, Meghan got caught lying in court as well. Nothing happened to her. So, yeah, so can't expect justice from the justice system with these globalists. They get away with everything, breaking the law, do whatever they want. How's Megalodon? Let me see. So Meghan's been exposed as inviting 3 Sussex squatters of her Sussex squatters. How's Meghan feeling about that article? 3 of Wands. Yeah, she's furious, of course, and getting together with her power of 3 reverse, her evil witches there. There's no doubt her and her Sussex squad are going to be bringing their talismans and whatever else their cauldron and, and all their other whatever they use for their witch work while they're down there. They're already plotting and planning and putting out all kinds of nonsense to pretend to be victims. I wouldn't doubt Meghan scripted that video, right? I mean, that girl, she's like an actress. I kind of think like either she's demonically possessed exactly like Meghan, or maybe Meghan's demons, her legion of demons, flies over to that woman and she regurgitates it, or I kind of thought for some reason I was thinking she might be an actress and like Meghan hired her it gives her a script basically, and then she just performs it because it's such a performance, right? It's not like a casual or spontaneous selfie video that you'd normally expect from someone who's just reacting to something, Now, of course, I got the Hierophant reversed, which of course would pertain to the immorality and the lies being put out as a large group here, Meghan, Harry, and their Sussex squad, and whoever else they're working with their George Soros group here. So this is this whole operation, the Chia Pets, everything. So Meghan is working with them to put out disinformation, which is what the Sussex squad do. They try to derail it and try to spin it, spin, right? So that's what they're there to spin on Twitter and other platforms and spread lies and try to flip the script and say that, Harry and Meghan, the big bad British media, so that's what they're about. And they actively still say lie and accuse Catherine of faking her cancer. They accuse William of being a cheater and of being a bully, and all these other lies they just come out with. They just make whatever up, and they're still doing it. They're doubling, tripling down. And they're still pushing Meghan's garbage, and going to her retreats in Australia. And they're all playing the victims. Everybody's a victim down there now. Now, the Australian woman they're meeting with, she was written about too in the British media, and she's so upset. And so apparently she's lost a child. I don't know how recent it is, but that's playing into it as well. So a woman who's lost her child, a baby though. So, but still, Harry and Meghan have a track record of targeting parents who've lost children. I'm just saying. I should play that clip. It's very sad. But at the same time, it's like, So this woman, I don't remember her name now. Let me get it up for a second. The video. Okay, I think it's Gemma Smith. Yeah, Gemma O'Neill is her name. Speaking about the bullying and intimidation she's subjected to by the British media and derangers. So she's claiming that, people who criticize Harry and Meghan are abusing her. You see that? So they're turning around and they're flipping it and saying, we're victims of them, these derangers, these delusionals over here. And so she claimed that she's lost a child recently. Let me see. Play a clip here.
Many parts inaccurate, and I need to be clear here that there are legal reasons why I can't go into detail, which is why I haven't, and it's also why I won't. But what I will say is that I stand by my integrity, I stand by my work, and I stand by how I've conducted myself in business over a very long career. And what's been particularly hard is seeing assumptions made about things like me apparently going quiet. But the reality was that I was receiving a level of online abuse that was quite frankly disgusting and felt very scary. And so I made the decision to step back from my personal Instagram to protect my mental health while I was pregnant. Obviously, since then, I've been going through something very personal with the loss of a baby. None of that has anything to do with me having something to hide. It was about me taking care of myself during a very difficult moment.
Yeah, so I guess this happened recently. And, very sad video, but to try to inflict this upon people online as if it's our fault. But you notice she brings up the mental health aspect of it, which is very Harry and Meghan. And of course, we know that Meghan claimed to have had a miscarriage, but TRG has proven through the fact that Meghan's friend on Netflix claimed that she was there watching Meghan fall to the floor and lose her second child while she was holding her first, allegedly. But then the story Meghan told in the New York Times completely conflicted the friend. In the New York Times, Meghan wrote that she had just woken up that morning and was picking up a sock and a crayon, and she was by herself and she fell to the floor humming and losing the baby. So there are multiple stories that don't match. And so Meghan's basically exposed herself through her Netflix, conflicting with her New York Times. So now you have this woman, Gemma O'Neill, who's now saying that she's just lost her child, I guess right before Meghan's arriving. So again, we've got this losing a child. And of course, guess what they're going to blame? Social media. I'm sure she's going to say she was looking at Twitter and those derangers were posting pictures, and next thing you knew, she was clutching her belly and falling to the floor. I don't know. That's what Meghan said. I'm just saying that all of this, I'm skeptical of everything with Meghan Markle, okay? I'm not at all diminishing what may have happened. My condolences to her, but at the same time, I don't believe anything they say. I wouldn't believe it if they read me the weather, okay? That's all I got to say. I don't know. I don't buy anybody associated with Meghan Markle. I don't, you got to prove it. Prove it, because I'm not going to believe anything. It's just too wild. It's too insane. It's too crazy. And it's such a mind effery constantly. It's a war, it's cognitive warfare. And so very suspicious of the whole thing. I don't necessarily want to read about her. There's a touchy topic. But I think it's something that if it did happen, that it's something that Meghan Markle would be taking advantage of for her own PR and victimhood narrative. And the Sussex Squad are obviously using it. They're tweeting it. So they're using this woman's personal tragedy to promote themselves, basically. That's what it looks like. And I think that it's just so coincidental that Meghan's going to be arriving. So it appears that she's claiming that she just lost a child right before Meghan arrives. So again, Harry and Meghan and dead children. You know what I mean? Is it just me, or is this just all a little too coincidental? You know what I mean? It's like Meghan going to Uvalde. Now she's going to Australia, where allegedly, online bullying caused this woman's causing this woman's miscarriage, and the British media, of course. So, yeah, not the safe and effectives. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do. That's a coincidence. Has nothing to do with that. Anyways, so is Meghan going to take advantage of this woman who appears to really have lost her child, unlike Meghan, who lied about it? Is Meghan going to be taking advantage of this on the trip? Are they going to all be? And remember, I'll never forget, Meghan announced her pregnancy with Archie on the day, I forget the date in October, but it's the day where women have remembrance for losing a child. It's a holiday in October. I think it was the 12th or around there. That's the day that women are recognizing the day for any woman who've lost a child, who've lost a pregnancy or a child. On that day is when Meghan announced, "Oh, I'm pregnant with Archie," at Eugenia's wedding. So what was that, October 12th? Yeah. And I always remember that. And now I'm seeing Meghan claiming to have lost a child, and now this woman's claiming she lost her child, all around Meghan. Ms. Uvalde. I just, is it just me, or is this just seem a little too? And of course, Harry and Meghan putting the children up with James Holt to push this Child Safety Act that they're pushing, and then they're getting together with parents from the UK and the US. I mean, it's Harry and Meghan, and just vampiring off these parents who lost children. It seems to be some source of. Yeah, let's let me just throw a few cards on that. Well, first of all, is Meghan going to be exploiting this woman and her loss to benefit her on this retreat? Oh yeah, Three of Pentacles, part of the JOB. Yes. So Meghan is definitely going to be using this to play victimhood. Five of Cups. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of boo-hoo-hooing and playing the victims, and don't you dare criticize us. How could you criticize a woman who just lost a child? You couldn't dare. Meghan knows exactly how it feels. She went through the same thing, and they're going to be doing their, whatever little ceremony. I'm sure there'll be a ceremony. I wonder what kind of ceremony the Satanists will be doing. But yeah, definitely going to be utilizing that and trying to get sympathy because of that. And anyone who dares to criticize Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's who deserves it, but anyone who dares criticize Megalodon and her trip to Australia, you're just a nasty, mean bully. So what else? What else is I going to ask? Just going to be taking advantage of that. Wow. Give me a second. I'm trying to think of the question. I had another question I wanted to ask. Let me ask this. Do Meghan and Harry get some kind of satanic sorcery power from working with and collaborating with parents who've lost their children? Because that seems to be a running theme here. I'm sorry, but it's pointing out the obvious here. Sorry, not sorry. This is a repeated theme with Harry and Meghan. Is this what Harry and Meghan are about? Does Meghan get some satanic juice from this? Is this her adrenochrome? Does she get it from siphoning off of women and parents who've lost a child? Ooh, Fool reversed. Rushing in where fools. Oh. Death card. Strength. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh yes. Meghan gets her power, her strength from the death. It's particularly of newborns. I think the Fool is something new, like a newborn. This is like a little puppy, right? He's got his little toy there. The loss of a newborn, particularly because that's closest to source. And that's why Satanists always go attack children, because they're closest to God, right? They just arrived on this planet. That empowers Meghan. That gives her and her Sussex squad their satanic strength, makes them more powerful. They siphon off that power of that. Yeah. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Yes, because they are out to completely destroy the royal family, the British press, Western civilization. Basically, is what they're about the New World Order. So this is what they're using to play the victim and to attack and destroy people at the same time. It empowers them to be destructive, cause destruction and chaos. Oh, Queen of Wands. Yep. And did you catch that Sussex squatter said, what did she say again? We're not sugars, we're owls. We have 100% kill rate or something like that. Yeah, there we go. The owl is also a symbol of the Satanists. That's their symbol. Bohemian Grove, they have a big owl there. That's one of the symbols Satanists use. And a lot of the Sussex squad have the one-eye symbolism in their avatars. They are literally Satanists. And so is Meghan. And you see this owl, the satanic owl in this case is the moon, the new moon, full moon that Meghan loves to use and abuse. Yeah, they get satanic power from this. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, wow. They're getting really vicious and evil as time goes on. And yeah, the demons just keep going. Demon never dies. They live on and on, don't they just? Harry and Meghan. So yeah, so that's what I have for you today. So I hope you found this interesting.
Also wanted to touch on something briefly around stories that you might have seen that have been written about me. And I actually wrote down what I wanted to say around this, because I do feel like I'm probably not the sharpest right now with how I'm feeling. So I know you might have seen the media coverage about me recently, because there's been a series of stories that have been written that, to be honest, are pretty hurtful and in many parts inaccurate. And I need to be clear here that there are legal reasons why I can't go into detail, which is why I haven't, and it's also why I won't. But what I will say is that I stand by my integrity, I stand by my work, and I stand by how I've conducted myself in business over a very long career. And what's been particularly hard is seeing assumptions made about things like me apparently going quiet. But the reality was that I was receiving a level of online abuse that was quite frankly disgusting and felt very scary. And so I made the decision to step back from my personal Instagram to protect my mental health while I was pregnant. Obviously, since then, I've been going through something very personal with the loss of a baby. None of that has anything to do with me having something to hide. It was about me taking care of myself during a very difficult moment. And I guess what I think is disappointing is when reporting crosses the line from journalism into something that feels far more like creating noise or even bullying. And that's just not something that I'm ever going to engage with. I know who I am. The people who matter in my life know who I am. And that matters a lot more to me than a clickbait headline. So I'm not going to give it oxygen beyond this, but I just wanted you to hear directly from me. So as I mentioned earlier, on a personal note, given that I'm feeling, a bit full of grief right now, I'm going to take a little break from the podcast, which I really hope you guys can understand. I just need to have a moment to process and heal, and I guess just let it all out. Now, of course, I know we still have Her Best Life retreat coming up in gosh, just over 2 weeks. And honestly, with how I'm feeling right now, I really can't think of anything more special than being in a room with our community, because our community are the most beautiful, warm, loving, friendly, fun group of people. And really that's something that I feel like I'm going to need in my life in a few weeks. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing all of you there who are coming. Obviously, I'm very much looking forward to interviewing Meghan, Duchess of Sussex too. I have been in awe of how she handles all of the public scrutiny she receives as well. So there's a lot that I want to ask her. I know that the team are trying really hard to get some more last minute spots. So if they do open up, make sure that that you've registered if you're interested. So I'd really love to see you there. I look forward to seeing you there. And please forgive me for taking a little break and for probably the somewhat somber podcast this week. I know it's probably not like the normal podcast, but I wanted to explain what's been going on for us. So thank you as always for listening. And more than ever, can I please say to all of you listening, each of you individually, please go and find your joy.
Milton never had cancer. Prince William is an unhinged lunatic and very violent. The British royal family is garbage. What's next, Daily Mail? What's next? Because you all have been doing this weird thing with us for years. The threatening, the NRDMs, the crying, the whining, the squad. The squad. And y'all too ugly to be in our faces anyway, so I really don't know. This is not the best transactional relationship. But this is the reality of it. Number one, if this Australian trip doesn't break them, then trust me, there's other things that will break them that Harry and Meghan are doing. Mind you, this is all a private citizen level trip, handling their business, a lot of closed door meetings. This isn't 2018. This isn't a royal tour. This is two people that you helped push out of England, and they are out here living their best lives. And you're somehow mad that Meghan and Harry and Archie and Lilibet and Doria have supporters, because that's not what you wanted. You spent billions of dollars in trying to get this hate campaign going, and all you got to show for it is a sick princess, not with cancer, something's wrong with the bitch, a sick king, and a bunch of malcontents who are just sitting there twiddling their fucking thumbs waiting for the next engagement. We can't relate to that. We can't. You sit on our lives, listen to our personal business at times, which we're nothing compared to derangers. Not them bitches over there with sepsis and fucking other people's husbands. That ain't never going to be us. But you found a way to try to poke at us, not realizing you made us who we are. Bitch, we're not snakes, we're owls. We have a 100% kill rate over here. I don't want to put too much gold on that. So what's next for you? Because y'all done everything. You want to knock on my door? I want you to. I got my husband something really cool for Christmas, and I want him to try it, and you will be the perfect test subject for that. So please come knock on my door. Don't leave me waiting. Come into my house. Y'all know that song by Queen Latifah. Anyway, I am so bored with the British media. Like, fuck off. Leave us alone, or don't leave us alone. Stick around and really listen to us, because you will be surprised at how you're the ones wasting your precious time trying to get the world to hate Harry and Meghan. And by the way, if you're going to get mad at us about conspiracy theories, then go take your ass over to the morons of Reddit who think that Lilibet and Archie aren't real, that they're not human, and said that if they are human, they have every right to see them. Grown-ass people asking to touch little children. You are in the wrong area trying to figure out what's going on. And you're mad that Sussex Squad members are going to be at the retreat. Not infiltrate, because infiltrate means that they broke in and they got in there. No. You're just mad because you can't get in there. That's what you're mad about. And you're not over there talking to the derangers who are lying and saying that they got a ticket. How are you over there trying to get into a room with someone you claim you don't like? I got questions too. Come on now. We're just matching energy over here. And you're mad that we do it better than you can. Anyway, Daily Mail, go suck a dick, okay? Bye.
Please like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.